Hello, Lori Michelle, here with episode 45 of Mommy Messiah Saves the World. April Fool's Day, tomorrow, April Fool's Day 2026, begins Passover. Hashem says fools and heroes are being revealed. That's what he says. And he says, this is it. We're on target for world redemption. And a handful, very small group of you know this is really what it is. He says I'm Moshiach, and Lori Michelle is what you get. Mom. And I don't want to be this. I want you to do this, but you can't do this. And I've tried to explain to you why it's me. It's in my book. I cover all the reasons that he chose me, Lori Michelle, and I'm a lot more, I guess, than what I look like. An old Jewish lady with a big Jewish nose, ha, 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 right? That's what the world is interested in. But there are many of you who are sick of this. This world is terrible. Right? And right now, the past 3 months or so, thousands of people are visiting LoriMichelle.net. Really? Wow. You're combing my website from all parts of the world, mostly the United States, which really excites me because Americans are doers. You do. You Americans, they do something. They don't just sit back and do nothing. But so far in the past few months, you're just voyeurs. You're just kind of combing my website. What's this? Oh my God. I can only imagine what you're saying. I don't really care. Clearly, I don't care. I don't try to put this out there in a way that will attract a lot of people. Um, because you have to choose. You have to choose to be a hero or a fool. And he's revealing what you are right now, in this moment. You are revealing who you are to Hashem. And he's the decider. I'm not the decider. And I'm very, very grateful that I don't get to decide for any of you. I do pray for a lot of you, many of you, but I don't decide anything about you. I just help reveal what I see, and no one else seems to see what I'm able to see in every moment. So that quality, that ability to discern and understand that you're choosing something foul instead of something godly or good makes me this. He just said, many things make me this, but this, what I am, this is really how I am, people. I am really this strange. And I got my microphone working again. So hopefully the audio is better. Anyway, that's the name of this episode. I'm not going to talk that long because this is the 13th of Nisan right now, still for another 45 minutes or so. So I'll probably be posting this on the 14th of Nisan, which leads to the 15th, tomorrow night, Pesach, on April Fool's Day. I have several of you that I know are giraffes, meaning he shows me giraffes, the giraffes are coming. And that's a beautiful, majestic animal with a very long neck. And you're willing to stick your neck out because you know I'm telling the truth. You're not afraid of me. Why would you be afraid of me? He says, a lot of people are afraid of me. I'm just this way. It's really him. And today, on the 13th of Nisan, was the 17th anniversary of Hashem, God, waking me up in Evanston, Illinois, outside of Northwestern University. We were staying in a motel with my family, and I woke up at 7 a.m. on the 13th of Nisan, and my book has it wrong because that's how not religious I am. I have the 12th of Nisan written in the book. And I get confused between the Hebrew calendar and the secular calendar. And I tried so hard, and I watched Alone Anava, Rabbi Anava, years and years ago when I was writing the book. And he had a near-death experience, and he said that he had his experience on the 13th of Nisan. And I listened to his whole story. And then he used a term that Lori Michelle didn't know what it really meant. He used the term Erev Pesach. And I thought, oh, Seder night. Erev means night, the night of Pesach. No, it doesn't. It means the 14th of Nisan. So I did all these calculations based on Rabbi Anava's video that's on the web somewhere. And I have a typo in Blindsided by Messiah, which Hashem says is the Torah Part II. And that seems to be insulting to a lot of frum Jews, but it's not meant to be, because I don't call it that. I just call it my book, my life, my way. So I woke up 17 years ago on the 13th of Nisan. It was April 7th, 2009. And he said, write this down. Go get pen and paper and write this down. And I turned over and I wrote notes of what I heard. Wow. It's all in the book. It explains how I got to this point 17 years later. And he says, this is what the Moshiach is. And that's very upsetting, but not to all of you. Some of you are so excited. You're giraffes, and you want so much to get on this road to world redemption, which he promises it's going to happen, and you're going to have lots of giraffes to join you. We're in the middle of a horrible, horrible war here in Israel. I'm in Israel. Just 2 days ago, I was on the bus. Sirens. I had to get off the bus. There was no shelter. So I'm talking to Hashem, and I said, Hashem, please help us. We got back on the bus and nothing happened. But a lot of people are getting killed, maimed, hurt by these missiles. And a lot of soldiers are being killed right now. And I can barely go there and think about their parents who are burying them, likely right now as I record this. It's horrible. We're in the middle of a war, and most of the world hates us when they should be thanking Israel. And Hashem just said more than the United States. Yet I'm American, and I love America, and I love the USA and the men that are here fighting and going into Iran, putting their lives on the line. Several have died. Many have been hurt. But it's really Israel leading the charge against this war, this final world war that he says is the war of Gog and Magog. But are you even listening to me? So are you a fool or are you a hero? You're revealing yourself right now to the king. And right now, this is critical for you. For me, I'm just done. He said, no, I'm not. I want to be done. And when I say that, some of you get very upset. You don't want me to stop. You want me to keep posting. The last post that I posted, I said to Hashem, I'm out of juice. Give me a physical sign that I can share. He said, okay, Rosh Kodesh Nissan, I'll give you something. And I posted it. Did you even watch it? Are you aware that it was really a sign from the Almighty? He blew the shofar for you, sirens, right at sunset. Sirens, wow, all around my house as I'm watching sunset begin. Rosh Kodesh. Oh, that's stupid. Well, you're revealing that you're a fool. You're being stupid. That was Hashem. And some of you know. Wow, that was pretty cool. But we need more than that, Hashem. He's laughing at me. So, chametz. Chametz is things that you're not supposed to eat on Passover. And as an Ashkenazi Jew, I have a rough time here in Israel. A lot of Sephardi Jews, and they eat such yummy things on Passover, and I don't get to eat them. And it's very hard. I can't find Manischewitz macaroons, Hashem. I have to go to Jerusalem. I'm going to Jerusalem. And in the prayers, it says, next year in Jerusalem. Well, this year in Jerusalem for mommy. It's very hard here. I have such little to choose from living in the north where it's all Sephardi up here. Anyway, hummus. This year, I not only cleaned my house is so clean, my counters are covered. I'm ready for Passover. I love Passover. I love this holiday. So I'm ready. And this year, I said to Hashem, that's it. I have 10 journals that I wrote. After he woke me up, I thought I had to write down everything that I heard in order to hear it correctly and take notes. I think they call that automatic writing or something like that. I was hearing so much. I was hearing Hashem, and he was the loudest, strongest, most calming voice. But I heard other things, and I write about it in my book. And it's really important that you learn what I learned. So I said to Hashem, Passover's coming, and I have all of those journals that I wrote through that horrible time. And if you've read my book, you know I went through hell. And I had 10 journals after the Book of Love and the Book of Truth, which I document in my book, Blindsided by Messiah. There were 10 more journals. I said, that's it. Pach, garbage. He said, no, Lori, don't throw them out. I said, no, I've had it. They're painful. I know what's in them. Conversations with you, begging you to help me. I was going deaf. I am completely deaf. His answer to Lori Michelle was no. I went deaf. I have 2 cochlear implants. I'm completely deaf without these implants. So I went into my cabinet. I ripped the first page of 10 journals. They're going out with my chametz. I'm going to do the search in a little while, where I'm going to plant 10 pieces of bread around the house, and we do a search with a candle and a feather. You're supposed to use a feather. I have a feather, and do a search. I'm such a ditz, sometimes I forget where I put the chametz, but I find it. You put it in silly places like on the toilet, in your bedroom, and on the refrigerator, wherever. And you do a search. And then you say a little prayer that there's no chametz that I know of in my house. Well, I threw out this chametz: negativity, pain, suffering. He said, Lori, don't do it. I said, why? He said, because he wants you to read those journals. And I said, sorry. If you had listened to me a few years ago and we were on the road to world redemption, maybe you would be reading all those journals. But no, 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 they're gone. You know what else I threw out? I went right up against the king, and he said he knew I was going to do it. Of course he knew. Do you approve? He says he approves, but he still believes, well, he doesn't believe. He knows you would benefit by reading what I wrote. I keep workbooks for years and years and years before I started doing all these videos. When I work, whenever I've worked at any job, I always keep a notebook and I write down every day what I want to do, what I did. I keep notes, daily notes. So I've had notes for the past decade here working on all of these videos, Running on Love with God, Q&A, Why Did Jews Have Big Noses, all of these episodes and podcasts and everything that I do. Pah! Garbage. They're gone. I have no notebooks anymore. I said, I'm sorry, Hashem, you're going to have to do more than blare the sirens at sunset on Rosh Chodesh Nisan, which is the month of redemption. This has to go somewhere. And there are thousands of you who are fools, really. I'm sorry, but that's what you look like to me. I don't want you to be a fool, but you're looking at my website, looking at the videos, you're just so engaged and you do nothing. Zero. We're not going to have redemption that way. I'm praying for you. I'm not just peculiar. I'm not crazy. Really this is what I am. It's really him. And all I want to do is give you him. And that's what he said years ago. I said, so what does a Messiah have to do, Hashem? And he said, all you need to do, Lori, is share me and be yourself. I said, boondoggle, that's a piece of cake. I can only be myself. That's who I am. I'm not a phony. Can you tell? He says, no, you can't tell. Some of you know. I'm not phony. This is really how I am. So here I am, sharing Hashem, being myself. And there's a few giraffes, long-necked, beautiful heroes who want to get on this road for redemption, the road to redemption, which he says is 7 years away. 7 years away from tomorrow night, April Fool's Day. He says, yes. I couldn't make that up. I didn't make that up. He has shown me the resurrection of the first group of IDF soldiers who are coming through a tunnel. He showed me where with Eliyahu Hanavi. Yeah, there's going to be a group that comes through the tunnel. That's what he showed me. It was, wow, it's in the book. Don't you want to read about it? Don't you want to read about what Hashem has to say? But you think I'm making this up? And that I couldn't possibly be this because I'm not a rabbi. But Moshiach is not a rabbi. Women cannot be rabbis. Are you insulted? Are you a Reformed Jew who thinks you're a rabbi? Women can't be rabbis. And it doesn't mean that women are lesser than men. It's quite the opposite. And opposites attract, he says. So anyway, chametz, gone, burning in the morning, burning those pages. I ripped one page out of each journal and I crinkled it up, and I'm going to do my search, my chametz search tonight and tomorrow morning. They burn chametz all over Israel. I'm going to burn it. Baruch Hashem, I'm letting it go. I did not eat the Skippy peanut butter yet. A few of you know about the Skippy peanut butter if you've been listening to me. I say to you, I'm just peanut butter. It's him and you. I'm really the peanut butter in the middle of two pieces of Wonder Bread. Do they even make Wonder Bread anymore? I don't know. I don't eat Wonder Bread. I eat whole wheat or spelt. I like spelt bread. Anyway, I digress. No, I don't. So that's it. This is all there is. This is a short one today. I wanted it to be uplifting and not negative. And I spend a lot of time praying for you. Hopefully, you, not every one of you, all of you, but most of you. There's so much goodness in this world. So many people are so good most of the time. But it's the time that you digress. I see it. It's like a train wreck. It's like a car accident. And I just want to show it to you, and you don't want to see it. And that's what a Moshiach has to do. Not just share Hashem, although that's, to me, all there is. He is everything. Is help you understand why we'll never have redemption this way. You can read the Torah and you can do the mitzvahs and you can study Torah, and that is so good. And we all need to come together and learn what he wants. But you don't know when you're not doing things the right way, when you're misspeaking, when you're being foul, when you're idol worshiping and you're a rabbi. And you know that you're not supposed to do that, right? But I see it. It's I feel like I have antennas and they twitch. And I just want to show you, and you don't want to see it. And that, to me, is foolish. If you know you're doing something wrong, well, you don't know. But if someone can show you you're doing this wrong, don't do this anymore, put that down, why wouldn't you want to know? And he says, it's humiliating. Well, you have to feel the humiliation and do this anyway, or we will never have redemption. And look at this world. It is creepy, crazy, awful. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The war is the most obvious part of what's horrible right now here. But there's so much more that's horrible. Do you want to know? He said, not yet. I prayed for you. You don't need to be foolish. In fact, I think most of you are very smart. You need to be heroes, not fools. And I pray, Hashem, we need more. We need to see more. We need to get on this road, get this show on the road. He just said yes. He's willing. Are you? God bless you. I wish you a very happy Passover if you're Jewish. Happy holidays. If you have a holiday that you're celebrating, Christians, you do. Just, I wish you the best. But I want this redemption for the people I love. God bless you. Happy Passover. I hope it's a happy one. God bless you.